This is the Bitcoin 1 month overview reading for the month of January 2023. It's currently December 29th, 2022, 1:28 p.m. a.m. Eastern Time. And Bitcoin at the time of this reading is $16,572.61. The overall theme and behavior for Bitcoin in the month of January, we have a sideways fluctuating decline that precedes a rally, and it's crossed with a notable peak or crest that'll stand out on a multi-day chart in the midst of some behavior where we're bumping along resistance, breaking through resistance, bumping along resistance, that sort of thing. Behavior around the highest high for the month of January, there's a notable breakout on a 1 month chart that'll stand out, and I'm advised to be cautious around the low, multiple false bottoms in the month of January. Looks like there's a good shot that we have our highest high for the month of January somewhere between the 2nd and the 4th. And that's based on a cross correlation with the 1 month overview, with the 1 year overview for Bitcoin for 2023. When I look at the January cluster, we have the Queen of Swords as the high correlator and the Abundance card as the early part of January. And here we have a correlation, more of a scrying technique, but a correlation to the Queen of Swords, indicating something connecting it to the 4th. And then this would be like classic chart, classic like pictorial representations indicating a high. I'm sorry guys, I don't know what's wrong with me right now. And then we have that Abundance card there early in January. The other thing that's interesting to note, guys, is that we have this notable move higher, this rune specifically, here in roughly the 3rd week, or roughly at the beginning of the 4th week of January at a low. And here we have it, the beginning of the 4th week of January at a low. Like, you can't make this stuff up, my friends. I have the shuffle files showing this all being thrown down randomly. Like, it's just, don't be silly. Alright, so with all that said, we have a notable decline through multiple support levels on a 1 month scale on the 1st. On the 2nd, we have a rally that offers an opportunity to open up a short position. There's likely a highest high there between the 2nd and the 4th. Possibly on the 2nd, a highest high. And we make a new local low and a new local high there. Local low and local high. This would be a local high, local low. Local high, local low. Lowest low, highest high, local high. Alright, so hopefully that makes sense. And so then on the 3rd, we have a sideways fluctuating incline that precedes a decline, which takes place, the decline, on the 4th. When we break down from through a support level to meet a secondary support level, we bounce around sideways between support and resistance there for a bit, and then we break down through multiple supports, coming to a low and a trade opportunity at the end of the day. I'll get into the trade detail into the trade opportunities in the paid version of this video. Guys, if you're interested in checking out the paid version, go to our website, tarotfortraders.com. Sign up for the subscription, the 1 month subscription. It's $29 a month. It'll be like the best $29 you've spent on anything having to do with the stock market. We're running like a 98% roughly accuracy. So check that out, guys, and put in the ticker for Bitcoin. You'll get the paid version earlier than the public version even comes out, and the paid version is the only place where you get those trade, basically what we see as the best trades for the month. So in any case, there's one there at the end of the day on the 4th, and then on the 5th we rally out of it, out of that low from the 4th along a diagonal trend line. We break that rally along the diagonal trend line ends with a fast sudden move higher, and then a breakdown through that diagonal trend line with increasing volatility on the way down into the 6th. Likely a prominent low on the end of the day on the 4th, or on the cusp of the 4th, 5th. And then on the 6th we have a rally along a diagonal trend line that increases with momentum moving forward in time. Towards the end of the day, there's like a prominent high, or a day's high at the end of the day on the 6th. I'm advised to be cautious there and not place a trade there at the end of the day on the 6th. Instead, on the 7th, there's a move higher through resistance. We stay above it briefly and break back down through the same price level shortly thereafter. That's probably a new local high. On the 8th, we have a period of sideways rotation along a key support level on a scale of a 1-month chart. It'll stand out with a low towards the end of the day and a trade opportunity there that I'll get into in the paid version. On the 9th, out of a decline, there's a move higher from the bottom of the range all the way to the top of the range on the scale of a multi-day chart. There's a reversal at a prominent high on the 10th. Looks like we have the high, like another location where there may be a highest high there on the cusp of the 10th, 11th. Notable move higher on the 11th. Okay, so we go from a prominent high on the cusp of the 6th and the 7th to a prominent low on the at the end of the day on the 8th or the cusp of the 9th. We continue to, it looks like we continue to do some like sideways maneuver, and then we near the lows, and then we have a reversal and we push pretty significantly to the upside between like the end of the 10th and the 11th. But there's a notable move higher on the 11th, a trade opportunity early in the day, and the unicursal indicates a price level at which we'd want to open up a short position and protect ourselves. The following day, we likely open lower and then rally higher, creating a new local high. There may be two prominent highs there between like the 12th and the cusp of the 13th. On the 13th, there's a new local low, new prominent low, and we establish support at that low and move significantly higher, standing out on a 1-month chart to establish new support at a higher level. On the 14th, we move sideways along key support on a 1-month scale, where it's equal amounts of bulls and bears inflow and outflow. On the 15th, there's a decline off of a prominent crest or peak midday. There's a notable decline that'll stand out on a 1-month chart as an opportunity to open up a long position. On the 16th, a decline that ends with a fast sudden move higher. The 17th, there's a notable fake out, shake out, that's an intentional deception of some kind intended to create impulsive decisions. Looks like it's like a completion of a bullish trend towards the end of the day there on the 17th, or maybe early in the day on the 18th. And I'm advised to open up some protection there on the 18th. I'll talk more about that in the paid version. We decline pretty significantly throughout the 18th. Again, offering an opportunity to open up a long position. On the 19th, there's something to do with Congress highlighted. We likely see a holding pattern of some kind with like a pop and drop in there. Another prominent crest or peak there early on the 20th. In the midst of a move higher through resistance, we stay above it briefly, and then we would do a full retracement back down through that same price level shortly thereafter to where that move higher started. On the 21st, I'm advised to open up protection on the 21st. There's a notable move higher, creating new support out of old resistance towards the middle, like at the middle part of the day or towards the end of the day at a prominent crest or peak for the month. And that's a good trade opportunity, which I'll get into in more detail in the paid version. On the 22nd, there's a notable move higher. It's an unexpected move. It'll stand out on a 1-month chart. We come to a crest on the 23rd, and we sell down from that crest to and through a support level, do a U-shaped reversal below that support level, come back and reuse it as support. And then the rally continues into the 24th, where at the end of the day, it looks like we have a notable end to that rally, either that or overnight, like first thing in the morning. But there's a likely a gap down or a decline somewhere there between the 24th and the 25th, and we do some sideways rotation on the 25th at a prominent low for the month. This is another probable location of a lowest low. Excuse me. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. This is another location of lowest low, and then on the 26th, we're bound by a range. It looks like we're bound by the bottom of a range there, so that lowest low may be there on the cusp of the 25th, 26th. On the 27th, we sell from a near overbought crest or peak towards the end of the day, it looks like a prominent crest or peak at the end of the day, or at the cusp of the 27th, 28th. Another prominent crest or peak at the end of the day on the 28th. In the midst of some sideways rotation along key support. On the 29th, a period of sideways rotation along key support contains within it a sharp dip to another support level that was recently a past opportunity within like the last 10 days. On the 30th, there's another location where we're most likely to have a highest high for the month. There's a notable move to the upside, reaching for distant resistance, and then on the 31st, we have 3 crisscrosses back and forth through the same price level, confirming a bullish trend. The sneak preview for the following month, it looks like the correlation, the cross-reading correlation for the end of the month of January is really the sneak preview card for the beginning of the month of February. So likely see that important price level towards the end of the month right here, or probably towards the very beginning of the month of February. We'll have to look at February to see. In any case, guys, we're going to get into the question and answer portion where we take a look and see if we can get any more information about the price levels. Stay tuned for that, my friends, and then after that we get into the paid version where we talk about the best trades we see for the month. I'll see you in a minute. This is the Q&A portion for price levels, and for those of you that are interested, the Bitcoin January 2023 one-month overview shuffle file was created on December 23rd, 2022 at 11:36 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this file right here. This is the Bitcoin one-month overview reading for the month of January 2023. It's currently December 23rd, 2022, approximately 11:33 p.m. Eastern Time. Bitcoin at the time of this reading is $16,841.80. Is Bitcoin's highest price level of January 2023 taking place on January 2nd, 2023? Yes. Is Bitcoin's highest price level of January 2023 taking place on more than one day of January 2023? Yes. Is Bitcoin's highest price level of January 2023 taking place on January 4th, 2023? Got the unicursal hexagram there. Interesting. So I guess that's likely telling me, and that was a no. So the unicursal is the next time we see the highest price level there. So is Bitcoin's highest price level of January 2023 taking place on January 11th, 2023? Yes. Is Bitcoin's highest price level of January 2023 taking place on more than 2 days of January 2023? Yes. Is Bitcoin's highest price level of January 2023 taking place on January 30th, 2023? No. Is Bitcoin's highest price level of January 2023 taking place on January 27th or 28th of January 2023? Yes. Is it taking place on both January 27th and January 28th? Yeah, so we see it twice there. That's what? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Does Bitcoin's highest price level of January 2023 take place on more than 4 separate days of January 2023? Yes. Interesting. I got the Princess of Wands there. Does Bitcoin's highest price level of January 2023 take place on January 1st, 2023? No. Does Bitcoin's highest price level of January 2023 take place on January 3rd, 2023? Yes. Okay, so we got it on 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th. Let me plug these in real quick. So if I come back and read this, I get it accurately. Those of you who don't know Eso-Meta markups, when we have a translucent filled in star, it's either highest probability of a highest high, or if it's red, it's highest probability of a lowest low. Highest probability, not definitive. I mean, it's very difficult at times to get the exact day for the highest high. A lot easier to get the prominent highs altogether, but which one is the highest high in some cases can be very difficult. So in any case, we've got this one, this one, I believe that was it. That wasn't actually a highest high, but I'm not going to go through the hassle of erasing that. It's close. Alright, so is Bitcoin's lowest price level of January 2023 taking place on more than one day in January of 2023? Yes. Is Bitcoin's lowest price level of January 2023 taking place on more than 2 days of January 2023? Yes. In a second, let me make sure that's a yes. All the card definitions in detail, specific to trading, are on our website, tarotfortraders.com as well, guys. You can check it out, every single card. So I have all my notes here, really. It's a maybe. Interesting. Does Bitcoin's highest price level of January 2023 take place on 3 days in January of 2023? Yes. Does Bitcoin's lowest price level of January 2023 take place on January 25th, 2023? Yes. Does Bitcoin's lowest price level of January 2023 take place on January 10th of 2023? No? Okay. I asked that because the card that I pulled was the Fortune card. Does Bitcoin's lowest price level of January 2023 take place on January 15th, 2023? Often the Ace of Cups is a bottom. It says maybe, so that's probably that, and then I'm gonna mark these as well. So we got one here. We got one here. Does Bitcoin's lowest price level of January 2023 take place on January 13th, 2023? Bitcoin's lowest price level of January 2023 take place on January 14th, 2023. No. Okay, so then it's probably the Princess of Cups there on the 18th. Does Bitcoin's lowest price level of January 2023 take place on January 18th, 2023? No. Interesting. Does Bitcoin's lowest price level of January 2023 take place on maybe it's one of these princesses. Does Bitcoin's lowest price level of January 2023 take place on January 26, 2023? Yes. So it's probably like on the cusp there towards the end of the day on the 25th and on early in the day on the 26th probably. All right, guys, but there you have it for price levels for Bitcoin in January 2023. If you want to see more Bitcoin, guys, you want to guarantee that that the public version comes out every single month, go to the website tarotfortraders.com, sign up for the $29 a month subscription, and that'll get you all of the trades that we see as the best trades for the month as well. It'll also get you the prediction mailed to your email specifically, accessed by your email specifically, and you get it ahead of the public version as well, so you get more time to analyze it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you follow that rule of karma, guys. Super important. If you want to profit from this information, the universe won't have it any other way. You got to follow that rule of karma every single time. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to the channel search bar and search rule of karma explained. It'll tell you. It's super important, my friends. I'll see you on the next one.